Durag Diaries. Yo, people, what's good? Welcome back. We've got another show on the road. And yes, we will be on the road this week. Big game in the Europa League, which could be an early decider. This is probably two of the better teams in the competition this year. And we've got an away fixture that I'm not looking forward to. Turk Telecom Arena, Istanbul. Let's talk about it, man. But before we get into any of that, you already know. I don't need to say it so many times, so I've got it down here. Housekeeping, please. I'd appreciate if you could show some love by liking the channel, sharing up the thing, and subscribing. Please, all love is appreciated. Share this with your friends. Share this with your colleagues. Share this with your people, them. If you want to hate, you want to let me know your predictions, anything you got to say, hit me in the comments section, and I will hit you back. But yeah, man, Thursday, 5:45, Istanbul, Turk Telecom Arena, Galatasaray away. I'm not looking forward to this one. I can't even lie. I've been looking at this fixture on the schedule for weeks. My local kebab man, we've been going at it. I've been telling him, we've got you and we're going to have you up. We're coming to your ground and I want free food later on that night. I've been telling him, we've been going back and forth. I can't lie, I'm not feeling confident right now. I'm really not. I'm not going to go there and tell him that he's not going to see me until Thursday at about 8 o'clock when I go in there. But nah, man, it's going to be a big game. Big one for us. Europa League campaign, as we know, we're currently 3 unbeaten with just 1 goal conceded. But we've had a good start to the campaign so far. Galatasaray, fairly decent start to the campaign too. They've got 2 wins, 1 draw. Conceded quite a bit of goals. So that's one thing that we will be looking at. Their defense and some of the issues they have back there. I don't feel like defensively they are a strong team. They will concede goals. But they do. It's one of those games where I don't feel like you need to be at your best, especially for them. They're not going to need to be at their best. It's a very hostile environment. We already know Spurs' away record this season has been poor, to say the least. It's been very poor, not just this season, but under Ange Postecoglou as a whole. At home, we're very strong, but away from home, we offer nothing. We're offering nothing. And this is one of those fixtures where I'd say that I'm worried. Definitely worried. We need to show a lot of ball. We need to show a lot of resilience in this game to be able to get through it. I feel like from minute 1 to minute 90, the crowd's going to make you. Everyone talks about Anfield having a 12th man. Anfield. You just need to watch not even Galatasaray, one Turkey League game, Super League game to know that their crowds are on a whole nother level. They're on a whole nother level. These guys is the definition of hooligans. These are the guys that the team, the players, they go and answer to after the game. At the end of games, they're standing in, whether it be the north or south stand, whichever the home stand is, where the hooligans or super fans, whatever you want to call them, are. And they give out speeches. They give out speeches to them like they do in the French league. They're going to tell them this isn't good enough. These performances aren't good enough. Calling them out. This is what they're on. So you already know. When it comes to pressure, this is one thing that they're not. Hey, they don't fear pressure. They give out the pressure. So yeah, man, it's going to be a tough game in the middle of the week. No easy minute in this fixture. Sorry, I'm just getting a call. Why are people blowing up my phone now? Now they want to record videos. They want to blow me up. But yeah, back to it. Team news. Had a look at Tottenham's team. We seem to be having quite a few people missing out in this fixture. Unfortunately, we seem to come over all the injuries just a week or 2 ago, but as we saw in the last game against Villa, we had Romero go down, we have Van de Ven go down, and Richarlison though. I'm sorry, not Van de Ven. Van de Ven, bro, me can't speak. Romero go down, Richarlison go down, and Van de Ven went down the game before. So at the moment, the missing players of Van der Ven, Romero, Richarlison, of course, Jed Spence, and Odebert. Neither of them look like they're going to be ready to play in this game. Potentially Romero, as his one was more of just a foot pain, maybe some swelling, but they're not too sure on the actual extent of how long he could be out. Van der Ven is definitely one that's going to be back after the international break. Whether he'll be ready for the City game, that's another question. But to go to the Etihad with no centre backs again, there's clearly a curse at this point. There's clearly a curse because how we can do it 2 seasons in a row, I don't know. I don't. It's hurting. It's really hurting though. But back to it, man. Galatasaray do have some danger men up top, and Dries Mertens, Maurizio Icardi, yeah, against Ben Davies and Dragusin. I don't know if I'm so confident on that one. I really don't know. It's not more about the ability of the players. It's about the chemistry of those two at the back. We saw them at AZ Alkmaar. We also saw them play, I believe, they play in the other game. They may have had an appearance in the other games where they played together for a temporary amount of time. But I know most definitely in AZ Alkmaar game, I was at the game. It was poor for a lot of the time, especially when it got into about the 60th, 70th, 80th minute when the other team started to go into the game. We got the one goal and they really started to push for their goal. We were just seeing mistakes all over at the back. It's just messy. The two players don't have a clue what to do. The communication is non-existent. So we need to improve there. But I am here to say we're leaving with some. We're leaving with some. There's no way that Galatasaray is going to ruin our perfect record in the Champions League so far. I think the players that we've had rested over the weekend, Maddison didn't start, so it will look to be having him getting a full 90 minutes in that game, as well as I'm not too sure if he's going to go with it because it's going to be a risky one, but Mikey Moore. This going to be one of those games where we're going to look at Mikey Moore to see if he can, step up, if he's going to be ready for the big away occasion, because we saw AZ Alkmaar. Man, I'm calling him Neymar, bro. Man got the name himself. He claimed it. He was balling out on that left-hand side. But this is one of those ones, like I said, the hostile environment's going to make it hard for you to build up confidence. You're not going to have the Tottenham crowd behind you cheering you on, calling your name, 60,000 fans screaming you on it. It's going to be boos. It's going to be jeers. So it's going to make it a very uncomfortable one for all players, most definitely the young ones that are going to come in, Archie Gray, Lucas Bergvall. But those are the ones that we're going to be key, that we're going to be really focusing on, because the Europa League is a competition that we want to win, but it's also a competition where we're going to be using those minutes for these outside, the players that are the depth at the moment, for them to build up their experience, for them to build up their confidence so they can take that further going into the later on in the season, because we're going to need them to start contributing on a better level, a higher level. And at the moment, we're not getting that from them, but it's not needed. A lot of the games we've played, we've been able to get through. Maybe in the Palace and Brighton game, you look at some of the subs and say we needed a bit more. But ultimately, those games are in the past now, and we can only focus on the future. One surprising thing about this fixture, was surprising some, not surprising. Well, surprising to me, maybe not surprising to some, is we actually haven't faced Galatasaray before. Tottenham have never faced them in a Europa League fixture, Champions League fixture. We've faced a few Turkish sides. It's just never got round to them for some reason. But it's going to be the first fixture, hopefully first and last one, because I don't ever want to be playing them in Istanbul again. If we play them, bring them over to our ground. But it may be a clash that we have later on in the competition, because they're definitely one of the teams that are going to be qualifying, whether it be in the top 8 or top 16, I don't know, but they're going to be a part of that group. But yeah, my official prediction for this game is I'm going to go over 2-1 Spurs win. It's going to be very, very, very tight. I think it might be a goal where we get it very late in the game, but it's 1-1 for large periods. But I'll be more than happy if we can just nick a 2-1 win, get in and out, and then we could focus on the Ipswich game in the weekend. I know I said I deposited my 3 points already for that one. I'm not taking that back because that's already in the bank. As I said, it's taken about 7 days to show in the account. But This one here is the game that we need. This is the one that we need, the big confidence booster. We've had 2 big wins against Villa, City. Let's not let ourselves down against Galatasaray. So need a big performance from the boys in this game. We need to turn it up. We need to make sure we keep this unbeaten record alive in Europa League, and we can continue on the campaign. This is the road to. Hey, let me check where the Europa League final is, because that's what we're gonna start calling this show. The road to, let's see where it is. Europa League final is in. Oh, I think it says San Mams, but I don't know where San Mams is. We're gonna have to wait for that one to load up, because I don't know if I'm back. I don't know if I'm loading. Before we do head out, make sure you let me know your predictions in the comments section. I need to know if you think Tottenham are going to win, if you think we're going to lose, what the scoreline's going to be. And let me know who you think the man of the match is going to be. That's another one out there. And for me, I generally think Maddison's going to be a key player in this game. I think in a lot of these fixtures where we're seeing Kulusevski thrive in the Premier League and Maddison not getting as many minutes, he's going to have to use these games to show up and show out more than anything, to show that he's a player to come back. So, yeah, this is going to be a game for him where I look for him to be man of the match. But yes, it looks like it is St. Mam's Stadium in Bilbao. So it is the road to Bilbao. It will continue. Yeah, just another win against Galatasaray will help us in that route. But yeah, man, we're on a road to 1K right now. We're on about just a few away from 400. So we're almost there, almost halfway. If you can just like on the video, as I say, share with your people. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We much appreciate it, and we'll make sure we're bringing more and more content for the guys. Again, as I've said in my other videos, if you want to see anything else from me, any other content, any other suggestions, please let me know in the comment section. Hit me up on TikTok, hit me up on Twitter, _4George, and I'll be there. But yeah, man, it's been another episode of Durag Diaries.